Whispers of the wings. Who is talking? Upon my contemplations, I realized that every time I would contemplate, I would not be in my misery so much. It was almost as if, in the past, I would choose to be in misery, choose to suffer, without knowing that I chose it. I would believe that everything was as it was for no particular reason, and I was just trying to get through. Sometimes I would hear people talking about an omnipresent, omnipotent, loving God that created everything. I used to wonder how this loving God would create so much suffering, not only for me, but for others. I used to blame him, that it was all his fault, his mistake. People would warn me not to say that, and not to even think that, as God could hear our thoughts. It used to make me wonder even more how unfair this world is, and how someone has the right to read my thoughts, the only thing that was truly mine, that was intimate, that was ungraspable to others. My thinking process would take me places. It would allow me to travel within the territory of the swamps. It would occasionally take me further, where I would quickly get back to where I was, not wanting the hope of what could be to ruin what was. One day, as I was talking to the voice within me, encouraging me to stay open to those glimpses of truth, I asked myself, who is talking? I heard the voice that introduced itself as truth. I then noticed another voice that was arguing with truth. I asked again, who is talking now? I heard the voice introduced itself as I. Something wasn't right. I was confused. I then noticed that there was a voice who was asking those questions. I asked, who is asking these questions? I heard, I am. How was it possible that I was two different voices at once, the arguing voice and the questioning voice, who noticed the arguing voice? My mind could not understand anything. It was so weird. After a moment, I realized that if I was aware of those voices, I couldn't be them. So I asked, who is aware of the voice? There was no verbal answer. There was a penetrating knowingness in my body, saying, I am. I started crying. For the first time ever, I have met myself. For the first time, I had experienced who I was. For the first time, I was there. For the first time, I remembered me. I remembered truth. I remembered that I am truth. In that moment, I recognized that the omnipresent God that could hear my thoughts was that awareness, that true I am, who was observing the thoughts of the I that I identified myself with. And I experienced both. My heart shattered. Falling on my knees, I allowed the voice of truth to speak to me again. You and I are one. Once you know it, you cannot unknow it. You can forget, and you will forget, but you will be able to remember at will. Once you realized that you and I are one, you can come back to this knowing anytime. Each time you forget, you won't know you have forgotten until you realize that you have forgotten. This realization helps you remember straight away. Celebrate these moments. This voice that you used to call I is still within you. It is loud. It is familiar. It will stick to you, alluring you that you are that. It will try many different tricks. It will keep changing its shape. It is like an invisible slimy substance trying to pull you in. Practice. You will get sucked into the illusion that the slime is who you are. It is so familiar. It is clear. It can shape itself to whatever you want. It is easy to identify with it. But as you practice witnessing it, you will know quicker and quicker that you are the one that witnesses it. You can become it for a moment or two. You can choose to zoom into it or zoom out of it. At some point, you will see that you are it as much as you are not it. The slime won't help you understand it, but as you are in your witness, you can grasp this truth because you are it. You are it all. I know it's a lot to process. You have all the time you need because you are timeless yourself. There was a great silence. This silence helped me to integrate this experience. It helped me to hear the echo of these words. It helped me to stay in the longest